Hi, good morning or good evening to everyone. Welcome to Mainframe Tutorials. This is Kumar. You're watching CICS Mainframe Tutorials. So, in my last class, I was explaining about the transaction lifecycle, how the transaction is initiated, and what was the process, and where the tables and where the programs comes into the picture, and we have shown diagrammatically, and you have been seeing those videos. So the next topic is about the transaction. So since we have seen a transaction which was initiated by the user, now we are going to learn, or I'm going to share you about the IBM supplied inbuilt transactions. What are those? Okay. So let's go ahead and start with the first transaction ID, that is CESN. It stands for CICS execution sign on. Okay, that means that whenever you want to log into your CICS system, so what you need to do is you have to type CESN on the corner of the screen. Then it will ask for you. It will you will be entering into the login screen of the CICS, where you enter user ID and password. So this is about the CESN command, that stands for CICS execution sign on. The next one is CEDA. It means that CICS execution dynamic allocation, but it is mainly used by the administrator to define CICS table entries and other administrative activities. Such as, for example, if you want to define your map or define your new program, so the various steps will be like you have to define your map. First, what you do is you write your COBOL program, the combination of CICS or DB2, and then you compile it and you have the code ready. In the same way, you generate a map and you compile it and you have the physical map or the symbolic map ready. Right, so these map needs to be bring it to the CSS region, and these program need to be bring it to the CSS region. So what we do is generally, since initially if you are learning on the mainframe system, so you have an access to define that program or define that map to the online, or to bring it to online, or the about the also the maps. So CEDA define map name, CEDA define program name. So if you give this command, so it will brings your COBOL programs, or means COBOL plus CSS programs, of maps it to online, so that you can directly access them. So but this in real time, these activities are mainly done by the, if it is a new program, so it is done by the administrators to copy into the CSS region sign. There are separate administrative activities. So basically it stands for CSS execution dynamic allocation. So we have another option, that is the transaction, where if you are updating a program, how do you update into the online and how do you bring it. So we are going to see that soon. Okay, so the next one is CECI. It stands for CICS execution command interpreter. Okay, what it is used, it is used to check the syntax of the command, whether the syntax is rightly entered or not. Whenever you enter a transaction or a command, so it will try to verify that the syntax is correct or not. And many operations can be performed using these commands, and all need to do is type CECI by space. If you just enter CCI and enter, it will give you a set of options, and with that option you can select anything. Okay, for example, if you want to send a map onto the screen, just you can select send. Then after selecting send, it will ask you various options like map, then again it will ask you map set, then so on. So with this way, it is a very user friendly, so where you can go as it is. First thing is, if you this is the one example where I'm giving you like CCI send map and map set. If I know what are the parameter it has, so since I'm doing, if you don't know, no need to worry, just give a CCI onto the screen, then it will give you a set of parameters, then select send, then again enter, then it will give you map, then again and map set, so then and again enter, then it will bring your map onto the screen. So that's why CICS is used, not only sending a map, programs, transactions, and the various other things are used. That's the reason we call it as a CICS execution command interpreter. Okay, next command is the CEMT. It stands for CICS execution master terminal. This is very important transaction that we are using. So whenever you update your program, update your map, so CEMT new copy, so you might have heard this, or if you're new into this, so this is the basic this is the most transaction that we use. Okay, so it is used to inquire and update the status of CICS environments, and also for other system operation. Okay, we can manipulate the certain things like transactions, tasks, files, programs, and so on. Everything. So the example is CMD set file name. Okay. So for example, you have a COBOL program which uses a VSAM as a database and in the and CSS as an environment. So you write a code, COBOL program, CICS, and file name. You define everything, right? So physically, that file need to be mapped to the CSS region. So in order to do that, so you know the logical name, but you don't know the physical name. So logical name and physical name should be mapped. So CMD set file name will give you that one. If you want to inquire if that particular file name is exists, this is a logical file name. So if that file name is exists, then it will give you, oh, so and so file name is associated to this logical file name, and you can find it. Okay, so this way CMT works, and the next one is CEDF. So this is very much important. So it stands for CICS Execution Diagnostic Facility. So it is mainly used for debugging the program. So whenever there is an error, and it is easy to track the error, right? So there may be various debugging tools, but CSS IBM is applying an inbuilt debugging tool that is called a CEDF, where you can directly debug your program step by step by simply typing a CEDF and entering enter button. So just it will give you a set of things. So the first step, it will ask for the transaction. From the transaction, it will go and take the process, like it will go to the tables, programs, and how the first step of the program will go, that is go to procedure divisions, and how the map is sent and the data is entered of the sending, the mapping, receiving. So you can basically find where the actually the cause is. So sometime you might get an error like Astra abend, or there will be a certain abend. So there might be a data mismatch, or if something data that is need to be entered in the numeric, if you're trying to enter a character or character to numeric, vice versa. So that there is a chance like your transaction might failure. So in order to track it, or if in order to catch that cause, so you can enter into the CEDF mode, and you can check the flow of each and everything. So just you need to enter CEDF, that's it, enter. So it will go through the flow. Okay, next one is CMAC. It is used to find the explanation and reasons for CICS abend codes. Okay, and finally CESF. It means that CICS execution sign off. If you want to sign off completely from the CICS region, just type CESF. It will close off your session of your particular CICS region. Okay, so these are the various CICS transactions or commands that we use. So basically, these I consider these are the major things we need to know, and we have couple of other transactions also. So these are considered to be a very important thing. So I hope you like this video. If you like this video, kindly please subscribe, share, or comment on my channel. I will be coming up with more and more videos. If you have any comment, just post a comment on in the below comment box section. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great and pleasureful day or an evening.